Hello everyone, my name is Edoggz and welcome back to this review channel. Today we're going to be viewing the Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy Trailbreaker. So here is the box. Here's the front of the box. Not exactly sure if that's Autobots or whatever that's supposed to be saying there in Cybertronian, but we have the logo here, we have the Transformer lettering there, we have Hasbro's stamp on the bottom right corner. Ages 8 and up, we have Takara Tomy on the top, generations. On this side of the box, we have this collage of characters with the art falling to Earth. On this side of the box, we have the oak mode and the vehicle mode. It takes 18 steps to transform it. Barcodes and things and stuff is on the bottom. And on this side, we have him running into battle. We have some explosions down here. He is a deluxe class figure. I like the way he looks here in this little action piece. And then on the top, we have the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy on the top. So here goes the box, and here is the figure. Now, my first impressions of this is that I like the paintwork on this. The black has a very nice sheen to it. There's no battle damage. It looks very sharp. You have the Autobot symbol, which has the white background. It's very good. We have the gray forearms that match the thighs. It's like a dull gray. It's not really a bright gray or anything like that. We have silver on the lower leg with the black boots. The face has like this blue. I'm gonna say it's like almost blue as the Takara symbol for the visor, but everything else is a black. It could have used a lighter shade for the mouth, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't know. But yeah, there it is from the front. We have the red knee pads, black shorts. From the side, it looks like this. From the back, it looks like that. And we have the yellow to red stripes going down the side of the panels of the truck. We have these hollow bits behind the feet for transformation. Just the only time you're going to see this red part here for the back. And then we have this side. Now, in the Wikipedia, it says that his only weapon is the force field, which is generated by these lights. It doesn't say anything about this being a laser or a rocket. Let me know in the comments. But his function is defensive strategist, and he's able to create force fields around himself and other people. But we never really saw that in the cartoon. Maybe he shielded himself, but he never did it for other people. So yeah. Now, going into articulation, the outer arm is on an angle. You can go all the way around if you need to. The outer arm, go all the way out there, like so. Elbow is more than 90 degrees, so it gets all the way up there like that, but it doesn't come off the arm. You have to move the whole panel if you need to, the whole arm like that, kind of a deal. The hands are 360 degrees. Legs come out to there, and they peg into both sides of the knee. This one is on the front side, so all you have to do is bring it back. Get 90 degrees there. If you wanted to bring it outwards, you can get that much room going outwards on the thigh. But if you need the leg to go all the way back, just keep pushing, and the lower leg will meet the thigh on this side. Very cool. There is some wiggle down here on the feet if you need a wider stance. You can get about this much going outwards if you need a kick. Going backwards, you have to move past this red piece. But if it gets stuck here, you can get about this much of articulation, about that much, and that's using the double joint. If you just want to use one, you're going to get that much. You want to use both, you can get that much. But if you want to get past this red thing that's holding up, you just move the upper torso away and back, and you can get the leg about this high. On the leg. But going back, you have to move it back to get that that clearance to get the leg back into place. Again, we have 360 degrees on the waist, which is cool. Same thing on the other side. The head is on a ball joint, and it's on this panel that flips underneath the hardtop of the truck. Now, if you don't want this piece out like this, you have an option, which is the canopy for the truck. And what you can do here is you can take this panel, you can bring it up like that, like this. It's a T-shaped panel, and then there's a T-shaped hole over here, and you could just plug this together. Like this, and you bring it up like that, and you have your backpack, and that's an option. Now you can still move it if you need to move these things up here. You can just slightly move this back. You kind of move the light up here, or you can move this cannon or wherever it is supposed to be. You move back to wherever you like, and just kind of adjust it like so if you need that. Or you could kind of use it as a shield. So you just have to take this off. You kind of make some room here, and you can plug this 3-meter peg into the arm, and you can kind of have like a shield if you want. It's not exactly supposed to go there. It's loose, as you can see, but you could put it there if you wanted to use it as a shield. Just put this to the side. His other weapon doesn't really classify in the instruction booklet. Is just a weapon that they gave him, but it's nicely painted in silver for the nose of the gun, and then you have this black piece that's supposed to disguise his hands. Now you can put it on either side of his hand, it doesn't make no difference, but I like to put it in the opposite. But in this case, Trailbreaker, it has to be on this side, right, like that, and that looks good. Even though the peg is still sticking out, it's fine. Now let's get into comparisons real quick. We're going to bring it in tracks. And we're going to bring it in Inferno. So you can get a size comparison of that. Here it is from the side. Here it is from the back. And here it is from this side. Now you still have the option of putting this back there, or you can leave it like this, you know, very lean backpack, or you can have this sticking out there if you wanted to. And there it is from the front. Let's get this out there. When and if they get to this as a masterpiece, I would like for them to take these panels, put them on a double joint, so this way, somewhere around like the midpoint, somewhere around here, put it on a double joint, this way you can flip it up, so you can hide it behind this panel kind of thing. The other thing is the hands in the alt mode, they need to hide better, in that pretty much in that masterpiece series. They need to hide them better. Anything other than that, yeah, that's about it. That's all I can think of. So to get it into transformation, it's pretty much the same as hoist. Now you can transform this with the canopy on the back, so we're going to try that one time. So just bring this up. You're going to plug this in. Like that. So you can plug this in like that. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do to transform this is we're going to take this backpack. We're going to bring this out like this, right? And we want to open it. And what's going to happen is this will fill into this cavity here on the side, and this light is going to fill into the cavity next to it. So it has to go the other way, like that. And you can close this, right? Next, you take the head. You want to rock the head backwards, and it's plugged in on both sides, like so. You should get a click. Next, we want to turn inwards like this, like that. Bring the arm out like that. Same thing on the other side. Turn. You want to bring it out and bring it up like this. Then you take these side panels. Bring it up like that. Bring it up like that. Next, you want to unplug the engine bay, like so, like that. We can come back to this later. Take the feet. You want to focus on the lower section of the leg. Bring it back like this, and it's going to plug in on these pegs here to the square that's down here. There's a square there, down there, and then just plug it in. You just have to feel around for it. Just mash together like that. Same thing on this side. Just take the lower leg, bring it back like so. Just kind of feel around for it, and it should plug into place like that. Okay. Normally these two were like plugged together, but since this is a wider area, they don't plug together. You bring this up on this panel right here, this red panel, and it should click into place like that. All right. So the arms are going to be last. So the backpack, there is two pegs. They're going to fall into these two holes. There's two rectangular holes here, one on this side and one on that side. And they're going to peg in to these two things right here. There's one there, and then there's one there. You just gotta kind of have to feel for it, kind of thing. Now, at the same time, you need to bring it down. So you need to bring it down like this. And we need to plug it into place. Now, if you didn't see that the first time, let me just back up. Let me just move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So this right here will flip down. So it's more like this, and it flips in like that. And now we want to bring this up. Right? Like so. Now we're going to take the door here, you're going to turn it this way, bring it down like that. You want to adjust the arm so that it doesn't get caught up on this red piece here. Next, you want to peg this piece right here, this piece of plastic here, into this hole that's down here. Now, sometimes it's not going to do it because you don't have the clearance. So you have to bring this up all the way back and just kind of just maneuver this into place. And you take this piece and you have to go under. And kind of plug it in together. Like that. Right, that's one side. We're going to try to do it another way. So we're going to bring this panel up, bring it down. We take this arm, we're going to bring it all the way out like so. We're going to take this panel right here because it has a tab on it, and you need to sneak it underneath the canopy. Like so. That was a little bit more easier. And then next we have to do is take this teeth and plug it into this rectangular, this spot right here. Give it a squeeze, make sure that's all good. And there you go. Next is the hands. Let's focus on the hands. You just want to turn this way to the hole is facing you. And it's the only part I do not like, is the hands being visible. All right, so bring these down like that. Bring the engine bay down. It's going to clip into place, one here, and then there's one down. You push up. There's going to be some rectangular sections back there. Just bring it back like that. Sometimes you get a click, sometimes you don't get a click. And there you have your Toyota Hilux camper. Not sure if this came out in 1983 or 1984, but that's what it's supposed to be. So we have the four-wheel drive there. We have the yellow going into the red stripes there. We have this little silver line going across and up on the canopy. We have the silver face with the is it transparent? Yeah, it is transparent plastic for the headlights. The windshield on the same side, on the other side I should say, same thing, get the stripes. I wish they could have put the transparent windows back here, and here. Normally they usually put transparent plastic here in this doorway, in this window. I'm not exactly sure why they went this route, but hey, which can you do? You have the silver hubcaps, but we have the rings for the rear section. Not sure about that. Same thing on the other side. Now you could use this piece right here. If you could find like a third-party thing or something, you could put like a rear tire there, kind of, you know, make it look different. On top of that, you have this piece right here. This is an accessory that came with it. This is his gun. It doesn't fit in vehicle mode or anything like that, but it will fit on top. Like so. Like that. Now, I wish this was off to the side, maybe to the passenger side, like this, maybe a little further back kind of deal, but that's where it goes. It's all right. I wouldn't put it there. I wouldn't leave it there, to tell you honestly. This looks better without it. So let's get some comparisons. Let's bring out his buddy Hoist, who is also a Toyota Hilux pickup truck, which is that's the modification of a tow truck, kind of a deal. Now, for Toyota, this Hilux truck is on the top 10 most indestructible vehicle. In fact, there is a TV show called Top Gear, in which they took this truck and they put it on top of a high-rise building, and they demolished the building to see how tough the truck will be. After they dug it out of the rubble and worked on it a little bit, it was still working. So I might put that in the comments section or the description section, so this way you can see that piece of video yourself. And they also have done some other things to it. They tried to trash it. They tried to drown the truck in water, seawater on top of that, which is very bad for any vehicle, matter of fact. And it was still working fine. Now, if we can get both of these guys in Masterpiece, we can also have some other figures. The last two will be Mirage and Jazz, which are the toughest two characters to get because of licensing. I'm not sure where Mirage falls into play there, but once we can get these two, we will have two left in the Masterpiece series. So this is the comparison between those two. I did have another one. I don't know what I did with it. Here it is from this side. Kind of a deal. And here it is from the rear. So it's a very nice figure. My only complaint is the hands being underneath there, visible, because when you roll it around, the hands are getting in the way of the clearance. Plus, I noticed that if you were to flip the arms upside down, they would have enough space to fit underneath the hood, and the hands would just have to just flip someplace else, you know, or flip inwards or something. But yeah, you would have that kind of an option. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can also put those in the comment section. I do respond to them every once in a while, and I'm going to see you in the next video, which should be pretty soon. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be on, but yeah, I'm working on some stuff for you. So thank you for watching and enjoy your day.